What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Darth Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So, Moderna's stock is doing really well, and Pfizer is less than $40 right now. So, I'm going to explain to you why I like Pfizer stock over Moderna stock and what I think of Moderna stock in the future. So, one thing about Pfizer is, its first dose of the vaccine is not as effective as Moderna's first dose of vaccine. At the same time, Moderna is really doing well against the S&P. But I'm going to show you in the long run what I plan on doing with my Pfizer stock and why I'm going to continue to buy more Pfizer stock over Moderna. So we're going to check this out right now. So the first thing is Moderna is $152.60, made a huge jump from February 14, 2020 at $19. So Moderna has mRNA technology, vaccine technology. So mRNA is probably the way to go. I actually received my second vaccine of Moderna. I am a registered nurse, and I have worked on COVID units. I probably will be floating to more COVID units. Vaccines are the way to go for herd immunity. I'm not going to lie. I would take the vaccine again. I actually developed 102 fever. I had the fever and chills, but that was for about 24 hours. I'm about 95% right now. And Moderna's vaccine, I will say I would take Moderna's over Pfizer right now. My arm is still a little swollen right here, but Moderna's first shot is about 80% effective, and the second dose is about 95% effective. Pfizer's is a little bit lower in the beginning, but then later it's still effective. But financially, okay, look at this revenue of Moderna, 1406 million. March 8.39 million. June 66.35 million. September 157.91 million. So let's think about this real quick with Moderna. Okay, what happens when COVID is gone? Okay, you're dealing with numerous companies now, pharmaceutical companies. You have Pfizer, you have Moderna, Johnson & Johnson is on their way, AstraZeneca is on their way. So you're going to have multiple vaccine distribution companies shortly. And don't get me wrong, Moderna is really good, but what happens when COVID is gone and herd immunity is accomplished? What are you going to do? Okay, what happens when Pfizer adapts? And I'm going to show you right now why I am going to buy more Pfizer. So we're going to jump to Pfizer's stock. I'm going to show you what is so good about Pfizer and Pfizer's potential. So we're going to jump to that right now. So Pfizer is sitting at $36.42. It is, well, if you look at its revenue, it's a little bit down quarterly to 12.13 billion. So you're dealing with $1 billion business versus $1 million business. So Pfizer is a juggernaut. Numerous videos I have done on Pfizer. If you look at the products that they sell, pharmaceutical products, they're not going anywhere. I mean, they have sold some great products. They still have some really good products out there. Viagra is one of them for people who can't get it up. They have Lyrica, which is for neuropathy, people that have diabetic neuropathy. Unfortunately, the rise in diabetes is increasing, and Lyrica is one of the medications that diabetics take for neuropathy. Another medication that they distribute is I don't want to get too technical, but the statins. They sell statins for people that have issues with high cholesterol. and there's a strong correlation, and we do core measures in the hospital. People are discharged if they have a stroke or they have cardiac issues, either MI. We usually discharge them on statins because statins lower cholesterol. High cholesterol increases your chances of a stroke or a myocardial infarction, or what we refer to as an MI, or a heart attack. So that's another thing. Actually, I'm going to jump to Pfizer's website and just show you some products that they carry. Not only do they have a vaccine, okay, to whack out COVID, but they're still going to be strong after COVID is gone. And COVID will eventually be gone. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We are adapting. Okay, some of the research that they found is that the vaccines with these new strains, this one in South Africa and UK, these vaccines attack those strains. So that is that's damning evidence, as you want to say. But I'm going to jump to some of the products that Pfizer carries. Then I'm going to show you how Pfizer's done against the S&P and what I plan on doing with Pfizer and what makes Pfizer a special stock for investors. Here are some of the most popular, okay, products that they sell. Robitussin, how many people take that for cough? Okay. How many people take Advil for pain? Unfortunately, people who are overweight and obese are now getting joint pain. So what do they usually take? Advil. They are, some of these, like I said, with Lyrica and Viagra, that's another one. It also mass produces penicillin and vitamin C. So Pfizer was established in 1849, and it is getting stronger and stronger and stronger and bigger. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden Pfizer or one of these big companies acquires Moderna. Moderna could be one of those companies that collaborates with another company or gets bought off. The other thing is, what happens if these people from Moderna get a big offer that they can't say no to and join Pfizer with these mRNA technology vaccines, or Johnson & Johnson? So there's a lot of things that you need to be careful with Moderna. So I'm going to jump to how Pfizer has done against the S&P. Pfizer has done very well against the S&P. So it has actually dominated the S&P, but in the past 5 years, the S&P has somewhat dominated Pfizer. So when I look at stocks, especially because I'm highly considering having a Roth IRA, maybe a fractional share Roth IRA on M1 Finance. I think that's probably the route I'm going to go. I want stocks that are doing well. They're going to increase in their price per share, and I want to have enough shares so that I can basically sell these shares eventually, and I want to increase my net value. So when I have a stock like Pfizer, I would, hopefully in the future you would want a stock to be like, $100 in the long run. Now Moderna is really high up there, okay, but look at what's going on with GameStop. GameStop's sky high, but eventually it's going to collapse, and people are starting to wake up like, oh, I'm an idiot, okay? Moderna, people that bought in early are selling it, okay? So that's one thing. People that, if one thing happens with the media, like, oh, people are dying from the vaccine, or people freak out about it, the price per share goes down. So there was some high confidence with Moderna recently about the vaccine strains that it goes after them. So, the South Africa and the UK, they think it's going to be effective. But Pfizer, okay, Pfizer's a stock that has been around for a long time. So you want to look at longevity when you invest in stocks, see how they've done in the future. Now, what I like about Pfizer is, I will show you, first of all, financially, December 2019, they're 12.69 billion. March, 12.03 billion. June, 11.8 billion. September, 12.13 billion. So they're generating a nice amount of cash, okay, from obviously the vaccine, but they are also um, distributing medications, just like I told you, over-the-counter medications. So $36.47 is not too bad, but as I jump to its dividend history, this is what I really like about Pfizer. So Pfizer is a pharmaceutical stock that distributes a dividend. So I myself, okay, I have Pfizer in my M1 Finance dividend portfolio, and I will show you how many shares I own and what I plan on doing shortly after I go over this this dividend yield. But when I am an investor, okay, I kind of listen to Kevin O'Leary with what he has with stocks. The reason why people invest in stocks that distribute a dividend is, sure, some companies want to put their money back into them, but I want a piece of the pie too. I want something out of it, okay? So this is why I invest in Pfizer, because they distribute a dividend. So I want something from this company. If I put my money in them, I want something out of it, okay? So that's why I invest in Pfizer. It's underpriced, if you ask me. It has done decent against the S&P. It will eventually grow, okay? But, you know, it's not a stock that I would probably have in a traditional or Roth IRA because it's not growing at a pace that I want. But a 4.3% dividend yield is very strong. And I really like that about Pfizer. So I'm going to show you what I have in my M1 Finance portfolio and what I plan on doing. So currently I have 22.59 shares of Pfizer. This is what I like about this stock because I'm in for the dividends. I want dividends out of Pfizer. Pfizer's a very good stock which will grow over time and will distribute very nice dividends for my dividend portfolio. So I'm going to leave it alone, let it do its thing, and continue to reinvest the dividends and buy more shares of Pfizer. So as I go to my portfolio, and by the way, if you guys sign up with M1 Finance, I have it in the comment section. I think there's a special going on that you get $30 and I get $30 if you sign up. So you're almost buying a whole share of Pfizer. So I have 6% of my dividend portfolios in Pfizer right now, and AT&T is right around 5%. So I'm buying more shares of Pfizer. Once I get to 1,000, 2,000, that's when things are going to start rolling and be really exciting for that stock. You get a high, it's almost 5% with a dividend yield. It's a very strong company. Sells very strong pharmaceutical products that are in demand. Robitussin's in demand for cold season. Okay, even though people are wearing masks and the flu bug's not as bad, guess what? COVID's still going to be around, so people are taking, Robitussin for cough. Okay, they also have some medications, like I also said. Mental health is really high usually around this time with people that are admitted in the hospital. Another product that Pfizer carries is acetylcysteine. Okay, acetylcysteine comes in two forms to help people out. One of them, if people have Tylenol overdose, they overdose on acetaminophen in liquid form or IV form. That is an antidote for Tylenol overdose. Okay. The other thing is, in vapor form, it's for people that have pneumonia or aspiration pneumonia. It's if you're ever walking in a hospital or visiting a patient or working in the hospital, that egg smell that really, that almost fogs up a room. That's mucomist, or AKA acetylcysteine that Pfizer makes. So that is actually in demand. That is a product. If people are admitted to the hospital with pneumonia, that is a very popular medication that people have in conjunction with albuterol. So that's one thing that they also carry. So I'm thinking about when I invest in Pfizer. Okay, I'm going to give you my 2 cents at the end of this. And again, if you subscribe to my channel, everything's free. I don't hold, I don't hold back. I tell you how it is, and I tell you why I'm investing in Pfizer as a stock. Okay, people are getting sicker. Their products are in demand, like I just said, Lyrica. Okay, diabetic neuropathy. There's a rise in diabetic neuropathy because diabetes is off the chain. Okay, Robitussin's over the counter. They carry Advil. So people take Advil. I actually took Advil yesterday because of myself having 102 fever from Moderna's vaccine. Very strong immune response. I am pro vaccine. I don't think, and will say I'm very embarrassed at the healthcare community that in my state of Ohio and across the nation, only around 50% of the people are taking the vaccine. Shame on you guys, by the way. The Another thing is with Pfizer, they carry the vaccine. They're doing a very good job with the vaccine. It shows efficiency. They are going to be still a top dog as a pharmaceutical stock. So again, I will eventually invest in Abbey and Johnson & Johnson. I will, add a piece to the pie in my M1 Finance Dividend portfolio and focus on certain sectors and stuff. Pharmaceutical stocks will be in a sector as I make, an extra $10,000. Once I get to $10,000 with another dividend portfolio section, I will focus on the pharmaceutical sector, and I'm not going to sell Pfizer. I'm going to have it in my primary part of my dividend portfolio. Once I create a section like I did with real estate, I'm going to reduce the percentage back to about maybe 10%, okay, because I do need to attack the real estate sector, and then I'm going to lower the percentage on these. But still, even if I'm at 1% of Pfizer or whatever, I still will be in pretty good shape. So that's kind of what's going on with my dividend portfolio. I'm going to continue to invest in Pfizer. I'm going to continue to reinvest the dividends. I cannot wait to see these stocks start kicking in so that they can distribute dividends for Pfizer, and I can get bigger with that, and the compound interest is going to kick in. And my goal to get a $100,000 dividend portfolio will be possible, and I'm really excited to see this grow. So again, if you guys are new to this channel, this is, I show you everything. I give you my honest opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I know this is probably the second time I said this, but this is what makes Pfizer a special stock over Moderna. So this is what I like, and this is what I expect. Again, I'm not this financial guru or have a degree in finance. I may pursue that, who knows, in the future, but right now I'm in nurse practitioner school. But if something goes bad in NP school, I'm going to finance school. I'm being honest with you. I love investing. I love the business style, and I could see myself going in that route. So you guys have been phenomenal on this channel. We are almost at 4,000 members. All I ask you to do is subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I'm about 90% recovered from my vaccine. No fever anymore. I know you guys were very concerned, and I appreciate you guys looking out for me. This is Darth Dividend. You guys have a good one.